Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say, since it's afternoon. Welcome to midday yoga. Just take a moment standing at the top of your mat to come into breath. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Go ahead and set an intention, a purpose, or a dedication for today's practice. And go ahead and seal that on your heart. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. We're going to start standing today as we usually do. We'll take a few half sun salutations. Then we'll take some regular lunge back salutations. We'll add our step backs, and then we'll eventually come down to our mat. So on your inhale, reach your fingers forward and up. Exhale, turn palms out, just press and resist. Bring nice and tall first. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, turn palms out, press. One more inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, turn palms out, press and resist. On this inhale, reach forward and up, press palms. Exhale, come all the way down and fold. Inhale, lift your shoulders to hip height, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Just a soft bend in your knees as you reach arms up, straighten legs, press palms. Bring hands to heart center, mountain pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Reach arms out, reach arms up, ground out through feet, get tall. Return your hands to heart center, mountain pose. Full breath in, full breath out. One more half salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale, lift shoulders to hip height, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Light bend in your knees as you reach out, reach up, press palms. Bring hands to heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. Adding our lunges. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back to a lunge. Inhale, lift a right up to your high crescent lunge. And then exhale, settle into your legs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release hands down, step back, down dog. Take a full inhale, press your heels in towards your mat. And a full exhale. Let's move through a modified vinyasa. Come forward to your high plank. Drop your knees as you slowly lower down to a low push-up. Just taking a cobra, lift your heart and chest. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, press up to tabletop, and then tuck toes, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg just to hip height. Exhale, place it through. Look forward, step forward, and fold. Lift your flat back. Fold forward, just a light bend in your knees as you reach arms out, reach arms up, press palms. Return hands to heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale, shoulders lift to hip height, flat back. Exhale, send your left foot back. Inhale, lift straight up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, settle. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release hands down, step back, down dog. Take a full round of breath. Engage your legs, engage your arms, and pull your core in. Another modified vinyasa. Shift forward to your high plank. This time, drop your knees and lower all the way down. Slide elbows forward, press into forearms, come into a Sphinx pose. Heart and chest is lifted. Feet are pressing into the mat. Inhale, lift your heart and chest. Exhale, release down, hands on your shoulders. Press back up to your down dog. You can always come through tabletop. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg hip height. Exhale, place it through. Look forward. Step forward and fold. Lift shoulders up to hip height. Fold forward. Ground down through your feet. Lift up, reach up. Bring hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, send your right foot back. This time, drop your right knee down. Lift yourself up. Tap your hands to your front knee. Now really engage your hips, especially your right hip. I want you to slightly tilt it forward so that your spine grows long and your low back tilted down. Now keep that hip engagement. Just take a light sink forward. So hip stays engaged, shoulders stay over hips. You're just lightly bending that front knee. Really feel that quad stretch. Now reach your right arm up. You can keep your left hand on your knee for support. Just add the tiniest little back bend. Maybe peek up, reach back. Release both hands down to your mat. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Step back, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Come forward to your high plank. You can drop your knees or slowly lower all the way down. And let's come into a locust pose. Arms by your sides. Lift your heart and chest, lift your legs. Press your hips into the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Add that little glute engagement. Release hands under shoulders. You can press up to tabletop. You can press up to high plank. Make your way to down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, place it through. Drop your left knee down this time. Reach arms up, just tap your hands on your front knee. And engage your left hip. Lightly sink forward. So you're not taking your upper body forward, your shoulders are staying right over your hips. You're just adding a little bend in your knee to light up your left quad. Reach your left arm up. Add that reach, the tiniest back bend, just peek up. Release hands down. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, look forward, step forward and fold. Lift your flat back. Fold forward. Press through your feet, reach arms up, press palms, hands to heart center. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Use your core to hinge, lift your shoulders up hip height. Release hands and send your left foot back. Drop your left knee down. Reach your arms up. Tap your right knee. Engage your left quad. Take that slight hip tilt forward and slightly up. Hinge. Right hand presses into your right knee. Left arm reaches up. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release hands down. Tuck your left toes. Step back, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Let's take a full vinyasa this time. Come forward to your high plank. You can always drop your knees as you lower to your low push-up. Come into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath. Lift your left leg hip height. Place it through to a lunge. Drop your right knee down. Lift up, hands tap your front knee. Engage your right hip. Sink forward just slightly till you feel your quad engage and reach your right arm up. Peek up. Add a little back bend. Release hands down to your mat. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, look forward, step forward and fold. Lift your flat back. Fold forward, ground down through your feet, reach out, reach up, press palms at the top. You can add a little back bend as you return your hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Lift your flat back. This time you have the option to step, walk, or jump back. So if you're jumping back, I want you to reach your hands forward, nice and far. Bend your knees a lot, and then just jump back to your high plank. You can lower to your low push-up, taking a cobra or an upward facing dog, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Take 2 more breaths here. Your choice. You want to pedal out your knees or your feet. Then you can step forward, or you have the option again to jump forward. But again, I want you to take your hands long. Keep your hips low and then jump. Lift your flat back. Hinge forward, light bend your knees as you press down, press up, or turn hands to heart center. Conscious mountain pose. Let's take 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Just finding that rhythm of breath, lift your flat back. Now send arms forward as you bend your knees and take your hips low. Then jump back, down dog, or high plank, excuse me. Lower to your low push-up, into your upward facing dog, into your downward facing dog. Take 3 nice big rounds of breath. Now again, you can jump forward. You can step forward 1 leg at a time. Keep your hips low if you're jumping forward. Lift your flat back. Fold forward, ground down through feet, reach, press, grow tall. Bring hands to heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. Coming into our step backs, our warrior passes, reach arms up, forward and down, fold. Find your flat back and step your right foot back. This time, reach arms back to airplane, grow long through your spine, then reach arms forward and up to your high crescent lunge. And pull your elbows down towards your waistline, cactus your arms. And take arms behind your back, interlace hands, press back to lift your heart and chest up, looking for that heart opening. Return to your high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot, find your warrior 2. Pause. Cartwheel down to a twisted lunge. On this first one, keep your left hand pressing your left knee in towards your midline. Feel your spine grow long. Peek up and twist. Place your left hand down, step back, down dog. Full round of breath. Your choice, you can flow through a vinyasa. You can take a locust or sphinx variation, a cobra variation. You can always stay in your down dog. So from here on out, it's your choice what you take in our vinyasa. Lift your right leg high. Pull your knee into your nose and round your spine. Send your right leg up. Hover your right knee into your right elbow. Just pause and hover for a moment. Send your right leg high. Place it through to your lunge. Gaze forward. Step forward and fold. Shoulders lift to hip height. Find your flat back. Hinge forward. Light bend of your knees as you reach up, reach out, press palms, and bring hands to heart center. Take a full round of breath. Inhale, reach up. Always an optional mini back bend at the top. Come forward and down, fold. Find your flat back. Maybe you tap shins to make that happen. And send your left foot back. Reach arms back to airplane. Reach forward and up to your high crescent lunge. Now cactus your arms. Pull your elbows in. Keep your core engaged. So try to tuck your front floating ribs in. So I could tell I was puffing mine out. I wasn't engaging my core. Pull that core in, elbows to waistline. Now reach arms back, interlace, press back, lift your heart and chest up. Float back to high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot, find your warrior two. Flip your front palm, revolve your warrior. Finding space through your side body. Reach back. Cartwheel down to your twisted lunge, left hand planted. Right hand keeps your right knee into your midline. Twist, peek up. Release your right hand down. Step back, down dog. Full round of breath. Your choice, you can chaturanga, vinyasa. You can stay in your dog. You can take one of the variations we took in the beginning. Meeting in our dog, lift your left leg high. Curl your knee into your nose. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee to your left elbow and pause. Send your left leg high. Place it through to your lunge. Gaze forward. Step forward and fold. Shoulders lift to hip height like you're an upside down L. Hinge forward. Press down through feet. Reach up. Press palms. Hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Just building on everything we've done so far, lift your flat back and step your right foot back. Strong, steady legs as you reach arms back. Now hover, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Core is engaged and involved. Now pull elbows down, elbows towards waistline. Feel your shoulder blades behind you squeeze together and down. So you want that retraction. Arms reach back, interlace fingers, press back, lift heart and chest. Maybe this time you can sink a little lower into hips or press your back heel back more and find that back bend. Flip back to your high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot and find your warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg on this one and reach back. You can catch your wrist. You can bend your elbow, hand in between your shoulder blades and catch your top elbow. Reach back. Come back to center. Arms to a T. Take your thumbs up so your palms are facing the right. Reach forward for a straight leg triangle. Left arm down, right arm up. Find length through your spine. You have a few choices with your arms. You can always stay here. You can reach arms back, interlace hands at your tailbone and press back. Or you can reach both arms forward like you're holding that big beach ball, finding length through your spine. I'm gonna reach back because I'm still focusing on that heart opening. That's a tongue twister for February. Take one more breath in your variation. Flip back to your straight leg triangle. Lift yourself up to standing. Bend into your front knee, warrior two. Cartwheel down to your twisted lunge, right hand planted. This time your left arm can lift high if you'd like. You can take it out. You can always keep it on your knee to keep it fit. Place your left hand down. Step back, down dog. Full round of breath. Your choice. Chaturanga, flow, take a variation, or stay in your dog. Meeting in our dog, send your right leg high. Curl your knee into your nose. Keep your hips high as you round your spine. Send your right leg up. Hover your right knee forward to your right elbow. Keep that core engagement. Now take it over to your left elbow. Send it through underneath your left hand. Press into your right hand. Roll onto your back foot. Lift up. Falling triangle or fallen star pose. Peek forward. Release your left hand down. Send your right leg high. Place it through to your lunge. Look forward with a long spine. Step forward and fold. Shoulders to hip height, upside down L. Hinge forward. Ground down through your feet. Reach arms up. Press palms. Return hands to heart center. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach, optional back bend. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Find your flat back, find your L. Step your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Legs are strong. Reach forward and up. High crescent lunge. Make sure core is engaged. Pull your elbows in and down. Now take your arms back. Interlace hands behind you. Open your heart and chest. Try to broaden your collarbone, so create more space in the front of your chest. Come back to your high crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Plant your back foot. Find your warrior two. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg to take the tension out of your right hip and reach back. You can catch your wrist. You can catch your elbow. You can reach both arms back. Come back to center. Front leg stays straight, thumbs face up. Reach forward, straight leg triangle. When you can't reach anymore, release your right hand down and your left arm up. Your right hand can always come to your shin. If you have a block, you can place it to the outside of your leg. Now, option to vary with your arms. You can reach forward. You can interlace behind. Try to send equal weight in both feet and shift that weight to the center of your foot. So I have the tendency to roll onto the outside of my foot. I've been working on trying to bring it to center so I'm not overworking the outer part of my leg. Take one more breath. Press into hands. Lift yourself up. Come back to your warrior two. Pause. Cartwheel down, twisted lunge, left hand planted, right arm reaches up, it can reach out, you can add a little hip stretch. Release your right hand down, step back, down, dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Stay in your dog. Take a vinyasa or find a variation that works for you. Meeting in our dog. Lift your left leg high. Pull your knee into your nose, dome and round. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee to your left elbow. So using your core. Take it over to your right elbow. Send it through for your fallen triangle or fallen star pose. Ground down through your back foot. Lift your hips. Reach forward. Release your right hand down. Send your left leg high. Place it through. Gaze forward. Step forward and fold. Lift your flat back. Hinge forward and fold. Ground down through your feet. Reach all the way up. Bring hands to heart center, Tadasana. Take a full round of breath. Taking a few balancing poses. We'll start with eagle pose. Reach your arms up. You can tap your palms at the top. Take your right arm under your left at your elbows. If you can wrap around, press opposite palms. If you can't quite grab opposite palms, just go ahead and grab opposite shoulders. So I want your elbows kind of stacked and crossed, whatever you need to do to be there. Bend into your knees like you're sitting back into a chair. Pick your right leg up and over. You can keep it out for a kickstand. You can wrap it behind your leg. You can always just leave it out to the side. Squeeze your elbows and knees to center. Lift your heart and chest. Settle into your legs. Now hinge forward for a crouching eagle. Upper body comes forward. Elbows can tap knees or can hover right in front of your knees. Gaze past your fingertips. Now slowly unravel your right leg. Keep your eagle arms. Take your right leg back for warrior three or T pose. Now keeping your leg where it is, unravel your arms. Notice the change in your shoulders as you reach your arms back to airplane. So your shoulders pull back. Now slowly hinge yourself forward. Knee to 90, arms reach up. Release your arms down first. Keep that standing leg working. Release your right foot down. Take a full round of breath. You can shake out feet or ankles. Let's take one set of dancer's pose. Lift your left arm high. Take your right arm out to the side. You can always use a wall. If you have one handy, you can press your left hand into the wall and then catch your right foot behind you. If you're not using the wall, just stand nice and tall and catch your right foot. Lengthen through your left side body. When your left leg is steady, start to kick into your right hand. Always moving on breath. You can reach forward. You can hinge forward. Keep pressing into the wall if your hand is at the wall. Feel your heart and chest opening and shining forward. Take one more breath in your dancers. Bring your knees back together. Release your foot. Take a nice backstroke or windmill of your arms and land in your conscious mountain pose. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, reach up, palms compress. Coming back to our eagle, let's take your left arm under your right at your elbows. Catch palms if you can, or just grab shoulders. Don't stress about the arms here. Pick your left leg up, wrap it up and over. Squeeze thighs. Lift your heart and chest. Settle into your standing leg. Now start to dome forward for that crouching eagle. Your hips are staying low. You're just rounding your spine over your leg. Keep your eagle arms nice and slow. Unravel your left leg, coming into warrior three with eagle arms. Now go ahead and unravel your arms. Feel your shoulder blades slide across the back of your rib cage as they pull together. Nice and slow. Hinge your left knee to 90. Arms reach high. Pause at the top, grow tall. Release your arms by your sides first. Release your left leg down. Take a full round of breath. Shake out feet or ankles if you need it. Back to our dancer's pose. Lift your right arm high. Take your left arm out to the side. You can always use that wall. Catch your left foot. Grow tall. And then start to kick. Add some hinge from your hips if you would like. You can keep your arm reaching up. You can keep it pressing into the wall. You can reach forward. One more breath in your dancers. Find the back bend. Bring your knees back together. Release your foot. Open up your shoulders, windmill your arms. Land in your conscious mountain pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bring your hands back to heart center and step your feet out about the width of your mat. And then turn your toes just slightly out. We're going to come into a yogi squat. So we don't really want your knees to track forward. You want your knees to track out to the side slightly. So pull your core in and settle your hips down. Track your knees over your toes, like I mentioned. So knees going out. Catch your palms right at heart center, press them together. Lift the crown of your head. Send your tailbone down. Release your hands down. You have the option to play here. So you can come into an arm balance, a crow or a crane pose. You can take an inversion, a headstand or a handstand if there's one in your practice. You can always stay in the yogi squat if that works for you. You can take a child's pose. You can step back to down dog. So just 2 or 3 breaths to play. You have a block, you can always use your block for crow or crane. And take it under your forehead to make sure you don't fall forward. You can always use it under your toes if you don't have long legs. I don't really have that problem. But if you have a shorter torso or shorter legs, you can use your block to kind of get you there to come forward. Whoop. Maybe you fall back. Just take one more breath wherever you are. It's all good. It's all about the journey. And then when you're ready, step, walk, or jump yourself back to a down dog. Take a full round of breath. Look at your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands and sit back on your mat. Keep your knees bent and roll yourself down. We're going to take 3 sets of bridge or wheel today. So your choice what you do on each set. I'll give you options on each one to make them each a little different, to engage slightly different parts of your body. So pull your heels in towards your glutes. Maybe your middle finger can tap the back of your feet. If you're taking a bridge, press into your hands and feet and lift your hips up. If you'd like to take a wheel, you can bring your hands by your ears and then press down to lift up. I'm going to stick with bridge today. So lifting your hips. If you're staying in the bridge, keep that slight tilt like we did in our lunges. So I want you to tilt your hip points kind of towards your chest, towards your belly, and lengthen through your spine. Now squeeze your glutes. Add that glute engagement as you lift your hips up. Take one more breath, lift. Release everything down. In between sets, you have the option to windshield wiper knees side to side, or you can take a quick wide bound angle, soles of your feet together and knees fall out. Just a breath or 2 in between. Bring your knees back to center, walk your heels back towards your glutes. You can take another bridge or you can reach back for a wheel pose. Press into hands and feet and lift up. If you're in bridge, come back to that hip engagement. Feel your quads as you lightly tilt your hips. And then maybe lift your heels on this one to get your calves involved. Feel that calf engagement. Keep squeezing your glutes. We don't use our glute muscles enough usually throughout our day, especially if we're sitting at a desk or in a chair all day. So squeeze those glutes, really squeeze in. Release heels, release glutes down. Your choice, windshield wiper your knees, or take a quick wide bound angle. One more set of our back bends. So your choice, you can take another bridge. You'd like to take wheel this time. Again, hands by your ears, press down. I'm still gonna stick with bridge. So lift your hips up. Come back to everything we just said. So tilt your hips slightly, squeeze your glutes. Maybe you lift your heels, or you can separate your feet a little wider on this one. See if that allows your hips to lift a little higher. So sometimes that can release your low back a bit if you were feeling stuck in your low back. Light up your quads, squeeze your glutes. Release everything down. Everyone come into a wide bound angle or Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, knees fall out. Place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Take a couple breaths to let your spine neutralize. Just let it relax down towards the floor. You can take your heels out a bit farther from your body if you'd like, or bring them in. Just kind of find where it works for you. And just let gravity do the work, pulling your knees down. Take one more full round of breath. Lift your knees back up to 90. Soles of your feet, not to 90, just the center, excuse me. Soles of your feet down on the floor. Now lift your knees up to 90. We're coming into a reclined cow face pose. So arms out to a T or goalpost arms. Take your right leg over your left, similar to what we did in our eagle pose, except now we're on our backs. And then instead of wrapping the rest of your legs, let your feet fall to the sides. Now you can roll your shoulders up to grab your feet, but I want you to grab your right foot and your left foot, and then roll your upper body, your shoulders back and down. So shoulders and tailbone pressing into the mat. Now press your knees together and pull your elbows down towards the floor to pull your feet down. Try to keep your knees at 90. Just press them together and pull your feet down. Pull elbows down. Feel that outer hip stretch. Release your feet, but keep your knees wrapped, keep your legs wrapped. Arms back to a T or a goalpost arms. Let your knees just fall over to the right for your twist. You can gaze to the left if your neck allows it. If you feel any pinching in your neck when you do that, just keep your gaze straight up. Take one more breath in your twist. Bring your knees back up to 90. Unravel your legs. Release both feet down. Take them wide, about the width of your mat. Just take a little windshield wiper side to side to release your hips. Knees come back to center. Walk your feet back in. Lift your knees back up to 90. Wrap your left leg over your right. Similar to our eagle legs, your thighs squeeze together. Then let your knees fall out. Reach for your feet. You can roll up if you need to, but then I want you to roll back down. So shoulders down on the floor. Press your knees together. Pull your elbows down. Feel that outer hip. I always feel this in my glutes because like I said, I don't work my glutes enough during the day. Squeeze your elbows down. Press your knees. Now release your feet. Bring them back to a T or to goalpost. Knees to 90, but keep them twisted. Release them over to the left. Option to take your gaze to the right. Take one more breath. Bring your gaze back to center. Bring your knees back to center. Unravel your legs. Release your feet down. Walk them out the width of your mat and take that nice windshield wiper side to side. Bring your knees back to center. Hold them into your chest for a double knee to chest. Reach out for opposite elbows if you can. You can take a little rock side to side here. You can make circles with your low back if you'd like, maybe switch directions. You can take your feet up towards the ceiling for happy baby, or you can kick your legs out for a straddle pose. So your choice. Take what you need. Maybe try each one out and then stay wherever it feels best. Bring your knees back into 90. Fold them into your chest. Send your legs long. Come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Let your feet fall out and palms face up. Lift your shoulder blades up off the floor and pull them down towards your hips. So just down towards your lower body so that they're not hiked up towards your neck. Close your eyes. Receive your practice. I'm going to mute me so that you don't get my background noise in your Shavasana, but I'll come back with 3 rings of the bell. So fully enjoy. Staying in your Shavasana, just start to wiggle fingers and wiggle toes, bringing awareness back into your body. When you're ready for a larger movement, hug your knees into your chest. Show yourself some gratitude. Thank yourself for making it to your mat this afternoon. Reach your right or left arm back towards the back of your mat and roll onto that arm, using it as a pillow. Fall to that side into fetal position, our position of new beginnings. Recall the intention, purpose, or dedication you set in the beginning of your practice. Have an option to set a completely new one to take you through the rest of your Thursday, maybe even into your Friday or into your weekend. Start to press yourself up to seated, facing forward. Bring your hands to heart center. You can keep eyes closed or glance down at your fingertips and tuck your chin. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale, let the breath go. Let's recognize the peace and light within each and every one of us by bowing forward together and saying namaste or thank you. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful Thursday practice. Good to see you.